Familiar names here. I'm seeing a lot of familiar names. Welcome, guys. Okay, there we go. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. All right, just jumping straight into it. Copy trade, right? What is copy trade? So essentially, what copy trade is, it refers to the practice of when individual automatically copies trades of another trader, right? So, for example, if you are a trader yourself and you're looking to get into copy trade, then what that essentially means is that you'll be copying trades from another trader that is within our system, right? I'm going to give you an example. Myself and Yusuf, let's say I'm a less experienced trader and Yusuf is a more experienced trader. What Yusuf would be referred to is a strategy provider, and I will be the strategy, the copy trader. So every time Yusuf analyzes the market, and he sees that, oh, okay, gold looks like it's going to be buying shortly. What I would, when Yusuf puts that trade, it would automatically put it on my side as well, right? And the nice thing about copy trade is that it's fully anonymous. So you and the strategy provider do not even need to know each other on a personal level. All you need to know is the stats that the strategy provider is putting up. And then, guys, please, if you do have questions, I think you should be able to raise your hand at any point. If we're moving too fast, let us know. We will definitely slow down for you guys. And then, copy trading platform provides social trading functionality, allowing traders to view and select from a pool of experienced traders based on their track records, trading strategies, risk tolerance, and other parameters. Your other parameters could be, for example, if Yusuf is the best trader, is the best trader out right now, then you'll be able to see those stats as well to see, oh, these are his winning these are his winning statistics, and these are his losing statistics. And you can see even risk tolerance. Is Yusuf a risk aversive? Is he risk aggressive? If that's what you're into, then you're able to see all of these nice parameters that are available for you, right? And then the purpose of copy trading is to provide less. I think we just kind of briefly touched on this. Is to provide less experienced traders or those with limited time and knowledge the ability to participate in the forex market and potentially, benefit from the expertise of these successful traders. It allows traders to automate the trading process, save time, take advantage of the skills and strategies of professional traders. So basically, you are dealing with traders that are you're dealing with professional traders that spend the entire day analyzing the market. They've spent many years, accumulating the experience that is needed to get ahead in terms of skill wise. Now, and then obviously you want to know why do I need to do copy trading, right? And we just put together a few reasons why copy trading would be the best for you, right? There's many reasons we would. So if Yusuf is I'm sorry, Yusuf, for using you as an example at that time, right? Bear with me there. If Yusuf is the best, has been trading for the past 10 years, that means that Yusuf has, the experience of his accumulated experience over the past 10 years. I might be a new trader, I might be good here and there, but trust me, I can't compare myself to a person who's been trading for the past 10 years. So essentially, what we're saying is that you have access to these people's knowledge, to these people's experiences, to these people's intuition in terms of, taking the right trades at the right time, right? So this is what we mean when we say access to expertise, and then time and effort saving, right? For example, some of us have full-time jobs. We are full-time in school, full-time taking care of a family, so on and so forth. And you might not have the time, and you might not even have the energy to learn and go through that whole process in a short space of time, right? So this technically allows us to save up on that time and save up on that energy by tapping into other people's experiences, other people's expertise, so to speak, right? And then thirdly, um, diversification of risk, right? So as when we get into the forex space, we are fully aware that there is a level of risk that is involved within the industry, right? So some people are risk aggressive, some people are risk aversive. So what that means is that some people just have a big appetite for risk, right? They don't mind going all in on one particular trade, and then there's some people that do mind, right? If I have, say, 10,000 in my account, I'm not willing to risk the full margin. I'm not willing to risk the full 10,000. So what I will do is I want to diversify that risk and not put all my eggs in one basket. So what this allows you to do is, copy trading offers the opportunity to diversify your investment portfolios by following multiple strategy providers with different trading styles and strategies. So instead of just following Yusuf, you can follow Isaac, you can follow Nhlanhla. Um, uh, 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 maybe their risk appetite is different. And the nice thing about the platform is that it actually allows you to see how a person trades and the way they take on risk, right? Guys, please do stop me if we're moving too fast or you have any questions directly relating to that. And
Ben,
then,
there was a question. There was a question
okay,
regarding
on the
the
chat.
on a chart, but I don't know. Maybe we can cover it when we're doing the risky management or risky parameters of the copy trade.
Yes, I do see the question there from Asanda. Thank you for the question. We will tackle that shortly. And then moving along, learning opportunity. Yusuf did touch on that briefly on that introduction to say, listen, instead of dedicating the next few months, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months to learning and not making money during that time. What you can do is you can even learn directly from the strategy providers, right? Because you get to analyze the trades, you see the times that they're trading. They might be trading the New York session or the Asian session, and you get to see how they analyze the trade. Okay, if I see this type of pattern, that means that we're selling and we only want to hold for a certain amount of time, right? So this allows you, while you make money, you can still learn, use that opportunity to learn, right? And then I think this is the second last, emotional control, right? So there's a lot of schools of thought when it comes to emotional control. Your psychology. Some people say your psychology is worth 50% of your trading experience. Some people say, your psychology is worth 80% of your trading experience. So if you don't have that down to a science, if you don't have that um, uh, if you don't have control over your emotions, you are most likely to make the wrong decisions, take the wrong trades, and end up losing money in the markets, right? Your emotions like fear and greed, those are the types of emotions that usually influence are traders, right? And things like revenge trading. Let's say you lose 1,000 rands, and you're like, you know what? I need to make that 1,000 rands. I need to make 2,000 rands. I need to make 10,000 rands. That kind of clouds your judgment. And you see this in real life as well. If you're angry, sometimes you tend to, I know you guys don't do this, but some people do. You tend to make the wrong decisions because of that emotion that is, consuming you. So this opportunity allows you to mitigate about 50 to 80% of, of the effort that it takes to actually become a successful a trader, right? And then lastly, potential for consistent profits. I see this with our clients all the time, that some people um, they are good at trading, but they're only good in certain circumstances. So, for example, I might be trading the New York session and I make 10,000 rands, right? And then I join another session, and then next thing I just blew 10,000 rands, right? So what's lacking in my trading is consistency, right? If you are making 1,000 rands every single day the whole month, you've made that, minus the weekends, you probably made like 20,000 rands, right? Whereas someone who is not consistent might make 20,000 rands in one day, and then lose 30,000 rands tomorrow, right? So that's not a very ideal situation to be in. You always want to be in a situation where you are consistent with your trades and consistent with your profits, mostly, right? And then in conclusion to our introduction, is that something important to note is that, copy trading doesn't necessarily has a lot of benefits, but doesn't necessarily guarantee success. You need to do it in a very smart way. You need to go through your research, look at all the reliable strategy providers, diversify your strategy providers, and implement some risk management that's going to help you to minimize your losses and maximize on your wins, right? So you always want to go into it with enough knowledge. Hence why we're having this conversation right now, to show you how to actually go through that and become the best trader, or the more successful trader you possibly can be. But yeah, in terms of the introduction, that covers the introduction, our benefits, why you should get into copy trade, what is copy trade in general, and then yeah, I think if you guys have questions, I think we'll take questions at the end, Mr. Yusuf, there, after we go through the rest of the content that we need to go through. But yeah, that's it. I can stop sharing now. If you want to continue sharing, then I think you should be able to do that. But yeah, thank you for listening to the introduction.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Ben, Mr. Benedict. Okay. I hope everyone, have a little bit of a sense that what copy trade is and what can actually, help us moving forward when we want to participate on copy trade. So there was a question. It was about the risk. I think a client asked that if the signal provider or the person that you are copying is on a loss, are you also going to get a loss? So in a natural sense, whenever you are copying somebody's trade, you are actually taking everything what is done, right? So if he has a loss, definitely you will have a loss. But now here's the advantage of this type of copy trade. So there's a place where we go through about the risky parameters. So a risky parameters, it means you can actually choose the risk based on your account size, right? So if you are copying somebody that has $100,000 that are trading with $100,000, the risky parameters can be the same. It can be over risking. You need to have a specific risky parameters, maybe if you have with the $200 or $500 or $1,000. So that's the advantage. Yes, you can have the same loss, but the loss will be different based on the risky parameters that you're going to set it up when we set the account. And again, the risky parameters, you are the one who choose. So you're going to be able to say that, okay, I want the trades to copy with a 0.01 as a lot size, or I want the trade to copy with a 0.02 as a lot size, right? And I want only 2 trades to run at a specific time. So that means whenever signal provider maybe execute 10 trades at once, you're going to have only 2 trades running on your account. Whenever signal providers execute trades maybe with a bigger volume, like a 1 standard lot size, 10 standard lot size, if you select to have 0.01, 0.02, that's the only thing that is going to execute in your portfolio. So now, the other advantage is that you can keep on monitoring the movement or how the copy trade of your account works. If you see that it gains a little bit from initial amount of money that you put, then we can set it up a little bit bigger position, right? So let's say you're a beginner, you're starting with maybe $500. You say that, okay, I want my trade to run at 0.05, right? I want 3 trades to run at a time. The reason why you do that, you don't want to blow the whole account at once if you have a loss, but again, you want also to grow in a gradually, bit by bit, right? 2 weeks pass, we come back, we monitor the account. We see that we make some profit out of it. We can change now the settings to say that, okay, these 2 weeks, let's put it at a 0.6 or 0.7. Let's see how the market is gonna, the signal provider is gonna play around. That's how you take advantage of copy trade and start making money through the copy trade, is by understanding the risk parameters that you put and knowing when to change, when to increase, and when to actually decrease. So I hope I did answer the question regarding the risk of the trade. Okay, so there's another question. Can one come to the office? Don't worry, we're gonna talk about that when we done with everything, right? So now, just want to share my screen. And I think a lot of information Ben have already actually, go through regarding the introduction of copy trades and actually, what it is and what you can do. The only thing, again, I wanted to get into, it's in terms of the risk, right? Because there was a client asking about the risk. So I really wanted to see if we can see what the risk is of copy trade. Okay. All right. Can everyone see that? What are the risks of copy trading?
Yeah, we can see.
All right, all good. So as with any form of trading, there are some risks to be aware of when you are doing any trading, right? There's always trading because we are trading the CFDs, the contract for difference. There's always a high risk because it's a short-term investment. So there's a high risk on it. To prevent, you need to understand your risk parameters, right? So first of all, while we are doing this copy trade, lack of the platform knowledge can be the risk that will make you to lose money. Just to understand the copy trade itself, how it works, when can I change to add more volume? When can I reduce? When can I leave this trade to continue with the signal provider? Or when can I close on my own because it's already in a profit? That understanding of the platform, it gives you the better advantage than someone who's just depending on a signal provider, right? So if I open a trade for 2 days, get in a profit, come back, it was on a loss, then it get back in a profit, I close it on a profit. But if your account was small, in a period of 2 days, you could have been wiped out. But if you had a knowledge of the market, you'll be able to understand that, no, man, this trade, it's in the profit. I think it's better profit for myself and for my account. Let me close it manually. That's a beautiful thing about the copy trade. It allows you to do it also on your own while you are copying someone. All right. The second one is the risk management. deciding and maintaining a risk management strategy in essential, being influenced by, the returns and the win percentage. So again, understanding how gradually this account is actually growing, right? How gradually is my signal provider when it's trading, it's growing. Do we need to increase the volume? Do we need to increase the number of trades that I said it should run in my account, right? That's number 2. Number 3, assigning a capital. Actually, it's very important to start with a decent capital because of its high risk investment. So just have at least a minimum of $500 is better. $300, $500 going upwards, it's way much more better. Trader selection. So trade selection, it's actually so trade selection, it's actually understanding the signal provider, what actually the trades does he actually, execute, right? What type of trade does the signal provider execute when you actually trade? So those are actually called the trade selection. So without also wasting time, as I can see, the time it's moving fast. So I want to jump into the copy trade page so that you can be able to see what copy trade is and how can we, maneuver around to copy trade and so on and so forth. So just a second. Stop sharing.
Capital. Which we have to move.
Okay. So let me try to share page and see if I can be able to get it. Oh. Okay. Okay, can you guys see?
Yeah, we can see.
Can be able to see it, right? Not sure if I'm on a right place here. All right. So first of all, guys, you need to have an account with the Globex 360, right? I mean, with 360 Capital. Sorry about that. You need to have an account with the 360 Capital and make sure that account is actually, verified and, you uploaded the documents. And then when you log into your profile, you're going to see where it says 360 Capital LTD copy trade, right? When you click on the 360 Capital LTD copy trade, as I did, it takes you exactly to the copy trade website. So what you are seeing now, that's the copy trade website. Now, the most important thing to understand about this, you need to register the copy trade website. You already have an account with the Globex, with 360 Capital. You need to register with the copy trade page as well. So when you click, for example, you click register, it wants your email address, you put your email address, you put this code, and then you click send, and then it get to our site, and then you'll be approved. Now you're gonna have the login details to log in to the copy trade page before you do anything, right? So let me say, for example, I wanna log in. Let me see if I can be able to log in. All right, log in. So I've logged in. To see that you have logged in, it will show you your email address on top. So the first page that you're going to get, it says strategies, right? So these are the strategy provider, or we call them the signal providers. These are the guys that you can actually copy and start making money, right? They are actually different in a different group. So you can see there's a top ranking because of how they trade and how the stars that are being given by you and me when we follow them, when we make money, they get under the rank. So you understand that, okay, top ranking obviously has 3 stars. That means it's actually above 50% in terms of how he brought profit to his account. And then there's a top growth. Top growth, mostly they're the guys that grow account, maybe bigger accounts, because of in terms of how they expose the account when they are trading. So these are the guys that you're going to find they have a high risk parameters in their portfolio. When they are trading, they're trading with a bigger margin. They use a bigger volume. Maybe they open more trades and so on and so forth, right? Now, because of when we are doing the copy trade, the most important is to make money. Whether we can say learning and so on and so forth, but we still want to make money, although we are learning, right? That's most important. The way I say it is to make money. So you have to look at the profitability. You can see it says profitability, recommended minimum, the days of in terms of recovery when it's on a loss, maximum drawdown. So this is what it means is that even if you take your account on a loss, but a month in 2 weeks, he can recover that account and become even on a positive side. So let's say you put $500 and you're losing maybe $350 and continuously is continuing trading. By a month, you'll be recover your $500 and get into profit. Maximum drawdown, very important part, because it identifies or it tells you how much these signal providers expose when you are actually copying your account. So it says 19%. It means if you put money and linking to this guy, this specific guy, he can actually expose your account only with a 19%, right? Only 19%. So if you look at it, if you put a $500 and it's gonna only expose 19%, that's not bad. That's not a lot. You still have, over 70% to actually cover whenever you go on a loss. So these are the good guys to the beginners, the guys that they're actually starting. You are looking for a smaller exposure. But again, remember, the smaller exposure, it actually translates to the smaller gains as well, right? So you can't expose small portion of your money and expect to make a bigger portion or a big amount of money. So it actually, you can expose small amount, although also the gains, they'll be bit by bit. They'll be smaller and smaller, right? So another thing, total pips accumulated. This is just to give you a knowledge base, how much pips is being actually accumulated. Pips translates to money in Forex. Pips translates to actually money. So, all right. So before wasting time, I can see time is actually moving so fast. So I'm going to click on one signal provider, right? So that we can see how does his profile look like? How does, how can we decide in terms of copy, right? When you click on that profile, it gives you all information about the signal provider. First of all, you're going to see 890 recommended minimum deposit. So this is just a recommended minimum. Don't get scared when you see this type of minimum. It's just a recommended minimum by the signal provider, right? But because of, we said you can set it up your risky parameters. What it means is that you can be able to put, even if small amount from $300, $400, and use a smaller volume and use a small amount of risky parameters, right? A level of risk. So we should understand or know what type of a signal provider are we copying. We can see this one, it's a low level of risk, a maximum drawdown, as I said, and 19% drawdown, how much he actually exposed. If you click here, it gives you all information. The biggest difference between the peak and the dip of VMI on the equity chart whenever they actually trade. The average growth per month, how much growth can it grow your account per month? So this is just the basic on him, but including the knowledge base that we spoke about the platform, you can actually make more than this 13%. So you can actually make more than 13% based on understanding that we are using this level at this week. Next week, I'm going to talk to my account manager, Yusuf or Ben. We're going to increase the volume. The following week,